back. And if you tuned in late, we are having a good time with some great food called spadina. And from the Rosa restaurant in downtown Greenville on Washington Street. And the main chef, I think, today is Loren, and also José Ortíz. And together you work together and own this restaurant, and it's a family event.
Absolutely,
I'm sure. Now you're going to put this in. They're all ready.
Yep.
And you have olive oil in the
hot olive oil in the frying pan. Always hot before you put anything in it.
Yeah, you don't want to rise the temperature.
And it doesn't take very long, does it?
Nope, about 7 to 8 minutes.
And now you're sprinkling some garlic salt.
Yep, just a little bit.
But if you didn't want the garlic, you could leave it off, put a little pepper on it or whatever.
Or just garlic powder for just if you want the garlic flavor.
Yeah, if you don't, if you have a sodium issue, and there's low salt, there's other products that can be used.
Okay. And that's all, and then it's ready to go.
And about every 2 minutes, we're gonna flip them, and in about 8 minutes, they'll be done.
Now you also have, I'm sitting back, it's
yes, no, definitely. It gets a little messy.
You also have, you're famous for your gelato.
The gelato is the reason we are there.
It's a picture to look at in the case with all the, what's the difference? I mean, ice cream is so American. What's the difference between ice cream and gelato?
Gelato is, well, first off, it's the Italian way of making ice cream. It is a richer and much more dense product. And when I say dense, it is truly creamier and more velvety when you taste all the flavors right up front.
I know, it's wonderful.
So, and the better ingredients actually for you too. I mean, it's not the next diet, fad, but if you're going to go and have dessert, if you had to choose between, really rich in fat regular ice cream or a low-fat Italian dessert that tastes like it's so much richer than regular ice cream to begin with, you're doing yourself a favor.
So it has ingredients that ice cream doesn't, or
somewhat
preservatives, or what?
Well, just from no preservatives. We make everything fresh on premises in the restaurant. You can buy some store-bought, in the restaurant, like in the supermarkets. You can get some gelato. I tend to find in all our research though that the stuff that's in the supermarkets is not going to have the same kind of freshness and quality and creamy texture.
Now I'm going to turn it over and see what happens. And I love the different that you could use just all red if you wanted to, but you use the different colors.
Absolutely.
That's fun, Loren. Look at that.
Yeah, about every 2 minutes turn, maybe 8 minutes total to cook.
And this is chicken.
This is chicken.
You could use veal.
You could use veal, absolutely.
You'd want to pound that down and make sure that it's nice and tender. Same prep instructions in terms of cutting it and the size and so forth.
I'd probably use the chicken.
Yeah.
But the main thing is how you made it so thin.
Correct.
Very thin.
Because if it's any thicker, it wouldn't.
A tip to cutting chicken, for instance, if your chicken breasts are slightly frozen, that'll actually give you a more just a more consistent cut, a little easier to cut through than a chicken breast that's, for instance, very soft and moving on you. So just a little thought.
Oh, so this is, and the tomatoes kind of cook in the onion all along.
All of it cooks in the olive oil, and it's kind of amazing how well both the onion and the bay leaf add such flavor to the chicken just by sitting next to each other on the skewer.
It's hard not to want to eat the bay leaf and all of it.
The onion's delicious.
But you make it seem, I mean, if you put it out on the platter, it looks like you've slaved away. You make it seem very simple.
Yeah.
And this is a recipe from your family?
Yes. Yeah, Aunt Rosie, whom the store is actually named after, Rosa.
Okay.
To her credit, she's, like I said, there's some of the things we leave behind, the legacies that we leave behind, and particularly for us, it's the food. Everyone in our family has one recipe that they do extremely well or better than everyone else, and so they're kind of giving homage or credit to that particular recipe.
And hers was Spadina's.
Yeah.
Well, that's a wonderful, when your children grow up, they have those memories.
Even though, our daughters and our son, they're only 6 and 1 year old, they'll have never met Aunt Rosie. She passed some time ago. but they'll know all about it.
They'll know about Aunt Rosie because of the recipe.
Yeah. That's where it'll start.
And this is called spadina.
Spadina.
There it goes.
When when everybody hears that spadinas are going to be made, they come running.
They come. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You bet.
All of our kids at the store want them for
This would be something that we could all do, not as a main course, but if people drop in, you could make these up ahead of time and then just pop them in a little olive oil, and it doesn't take that long.
Nope. Nope. As long as you are organized with the prep ahead of time, like we were, and it goes very smoothly.
It's assembly.
Trying to do it on the fly is a little tricky.
Well, that's when you enlist the help of all the kids and nephews, cousins, whoever's there, to take part in it.
And we will have this recipe for you, as I said before, so you can have a family recipe from Italy in your cookbook. Yeah, and that is something.
And not just spaghetti and meatballs. Like everybody has their own spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah.
But here's something that's a little off the, off the beaten path in terms of what you hear about as traditional Italian cooking.
Now, when your restaurant, you serve dinner on Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays.
Friday, Saturday nights.
And then you have Sunday lunch after church.
Yeah, lunch 7 days a week, including Sunday till 3 p.m. Any days that we do dinner, we shut the kitchen down from 3 to 5 and do all our prep fresh.
Oh, and everything is fresh.
Absolutely.
And of course, you can't pass up the gelato. Nobody can.
I think it's the reason most people, they justify having lunch by the fact that they're going to have dessert with us. And we sell more dessert because of that. And the fact that it's fresh made on premises. And generally, the opinion is it's one of the best gelatos in the country.
Well, it's funny because it's a happy place. I love to come in there. And you see all these little children lined up and the parents getting the gelato. And it's a fun place. And it's a happy place. And I think that's important, especially nowadays. There's so much.
Absolutely. I wish we were only a little bit bigger. I'd build in like a little romper room or something that the kids could all play in. It would be sound sealed,
Who knows?
of
You
course.
may expand. Now, now you have some that are already.
We have some that are already.
Could we show those?
Of course.
And you will fill up this whole. Let me have it over here.
Yeah.
So you'll fill up this whole plate.
Oh yeah.
Now this has been sitting there, but they're still good. You don't have to serve them.
They're yummy.
Boiling hot.
Exactly.
Right. Our personal preference, you want them just a minute or two after they're cooked because there's still the warmth and the breading and everything inside. It's just absolutely delicious. But yeah, you can eat them. You can prep them in advance, cook them in advance, eat them later. Reheat. They reheat very well.
They do reheat really well.
Well, I thank you for coming and sharing your talents with us, and I thank you for sharing a family recipe because that makes it special.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the recipe, I'm going to tell you right now, if you want some good food, recipe number 828, and you can try it at home and get the kids involved. And so we'd love to share it with you. It's free, thanks to our guests.
Welcome.
If you could send us that self-addressed stamped envelope, it saves us so much time. The Peggy Denny Show, Post Office Box 1616, Greenville, South Carolina, 29602. And they also have, you can click on and find out all about Rosa Luna and the catering service and the food, and you can do it with www.LunaRosa Gelato.
Gelato.com, right. For the official address. Now that told you it's ready?
That told me it's ready.
Okay, let me hold the platter here.
Oh, thank you very much.
In regards to any of the catering we do, most of the entire menu is available for catering, and we try to take an extra step in terms of service.
That is just beautiful. Now you put the others in there?
And we can.
Yeah, let's do that.
I think we have some camera people glaring at the.
You guys hungry? You're hungry, right?
And this takes
one more.
a very small amount of time to do this.
So the best
Once
thing that
you
it
get it
smells
assembled.
Together, you're absolutely correct.
You notice how good it smells? It smells your whole house up.
I know.
So I said it smells like Christmas.
Okay.
That's a signature.
We just wish you good food, good health, and lots of joy. And I just thank you both for coming.
Thank
You
you for
can
having
bet I'll
us.
be around for some of that.
Oh, the
gelato.
eggplant, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I
Eggplant.
love that eggplant. So, the great place, Luna Rosa. And put it on your, if you're in this area, on your list. And we'll be delighted to share that recipe with you. And it's good anytime. So wherever you are, stay happy, eat well, and we'll see you next time.